Hi everyone, welcome to today's session. Last week, after posting the video for the week, someone reached out to me and said, Oladejo, you only mentioned generally that penalty will apply where any qualifying entity does not adhere to the fiscalization system vis-a-vis the E-Invoicing initiative. So today we're just going to quickly talk about that. This is going to be a very short session, just focusing on what the penalty is. And I was wondering, why are you really bothered about penalty? Because if you are following this channel, your goal really should be to avoid the penalty. But since there was a request for it, we're going to get right into it. So the NTAA specifies what the penalty would be. NTAA is the Nigeria Tax Administration Act, and it assigned that penalty to be 200,000 naira and 100% of the tax due, together with the interest that would apply at the prevailing CBN MPR, which is the monetary policy rate. So you're looking at 200,000 together with the 100% tax that may be due from your participation on the platform, right? And then the interest that would apply, at the CBN MPR. So that is what the penalty really is about. But you see, beyond the penalty, we spoke about the policy objective in my previous video. If you want to know more about that, I spent time on expatiating on what the policy objective is. So when you really understand what those objectives, what they are, you will not want to be on the side of non-compliance, because it's even going to make things even seamless for you in terms of by the time an audit is going on. The authorities spend significant man hours ascertaining the quantum of transactions that have indeed happened during the specific year or the relevant year of review. That time is expected to decline significantly, if not completely be eradicated, because you now, with this fiscalization system, you now have an opportunity as a tax authority to really know how the numbers are, in terms of revenue before the taxpayer even really file the tax returns. So again, there's penalty that is applicable if you don't comply, if you are a qualifying entity. And what makes you a qualifying entity, remember we dealt with it in the previous video, your turnover should be 5 billion and above. I mentioned that there are some jurisdictions that are just doing for everybody. They've not segmented it in any form, but Nigeria is not taking that particular way. Nigeria is looking at concentrating on entities and companies that have significant amount of turnover up to 5 billion naira. So there you have it. This is Oladejo, and this remains Insight with Oladejo Adeyemi. You don't want to miss any of the episodes or any of the parts that we're going to be reading out in the month of November. We are getting much closer to the commencement date of the new tax laws, and if there was any time you need to be glued to this station, to this channel, there's no better time than now. So I'm going to see you on the next one, and bye for now.